Listen, you haters out there are drinking haterade. I don't drink that. It's hard out here for a diva.
You hating on me like, oh, I would never wear that, or why are you wearing that, or like that color's too bright, or like I don't know why you're wearing heels to this event, or I don't know why you're wearing so much makeup.
Girl,
Or
I am having PTSD right now. This is my life.
People will love who you are. Just allow us to see it at least.
Well, I'm the friend.
I've gotten like a snarky thanks, like thanks. I've
Really?
gotten, yeah.
Who are you?
Hey y'all, welcome back to Through with a Splash of Tea, podcast where we either speak to brilliant people, do this thing one-on-one, or have best friend chats with my best friend T. I'm your host Cass, and let's get right into it. So like I let you guys know before, T is on a bit of a maternity leave, so we have my sister Ashley here with us.
What's up, guys?
Yes, and Ashley, what are we going to talk about today?
Haters. Hey, haters.
Hi, hater.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so today we're going to talk about haters. And for those of you who don't know, a hater is essentially somebody... Ashley, what is a hater? Tell me what a hater is in your own words.
A hater? Well, by definition, I was looking this up on Google. It says someone that hates somebody else, like hates the sight of the person. I feel that they could have elaborated a little bit more. Because for me, a hater is somebody who basically wants to be you, but can't, so they hate on you. So they hate you because they can't be you, or they want something that you have, which Google doesn't say that, but it's very specific. Because it's not just somebody who hates you. They hate you for a reason, because they can't be you.
So is that jealousy? Is a hater just somebody that's experiencing jealousy and envy towards you?
Absolutely.
Okay. So is hating therefore, is that person's makeup, do you think? Or is that just something that person is experiencing at that time? Because there are repeat haters.
Yeah.
Like repeat offenders. But like, are you a hater or are you currently hating constantly?
You can be a hater like for a specific period.
Okay.
And then you can be a hater because that's who you are. Like, I have to catch myself sometimes too, because I could be like, oh, am I just like saying that because I'm being a hater? I'm being a hater. I can check myself and be like, oh, I'm being a hater right now. Let me stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a periodic.
Yes.
But then there's people that like, they're just haters.
Yes.
Like they can't stand seeing somebody doing better than them, so they have to hate on it. Like that's just who you are.
Yes. What do you think makes somebody a hater?
Insecurity.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
But it has to be deeper than that because everybody's insecure. So is it just allowing your insecurity to run things? Or is it...
Yeah.
What?
I think that like...
Yeah, but everyone's insecure, Ash.
Everybody has an insecurity. But not everybody's insecure.
Oh, you might have ate things up with that one.
Like, you could have an insecurity. We're not perfect. But that doesn't mean you're insecure.
That means you just have the...
You just know you're not perfect. You're just humble enough to admit that I'm not perfect, and I have an insecurity. There's something that I don't really particularly like about myself that I want to work on, or there's something about like, you know, physically I wish I could change, but I can't. That's different. But being an insecure person, like having no confidence, sometimes that breeds haters.
But you can be... This is what I don't understand, because you can be an insecure person and have no confidence, and that still not transcend you to the realm of being a hater.
Yeah, because sometimes people who don't become haters, they do the other thing where they're insecure and they don't have confidence, but they champion somebody that they see that's like confident or has what they want to have. You know what I mean? Like you can have a friend of yours who's very insecure, who doesn't have any self-confidence, but like anytime they see you like get dressed or like do your makeup, like, oh, you look so nice. I wish I could do that. Or you know what I mean? Like they champion that, and they kind of want to be close to you because they want you to kind of like rub off or teach them how to do that. You could do it. You could go that way. And then the other way is I can't be that. And I can't stand the fact that I can't be that, so I'm gonna hate on you for it.
Yes.
So
yes.
the insecurity can go. For that. Yeah, the insecurity can go either way. It's like, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be?
Choose wisely. Choose wisely. Because those being hated on, I feel like we want you. Like I would rather you champion me. I'd rather you come in my corner and be like, yo, like teach me how to do this. And then I'll be like, okay, can you teach me how to do that? And like we can work off of each other and be like, okay, let's both elevate because of this. You're better at shoes. I'm better at makeup. Let's work on this, you know? Versus you hating on me like, oh, I would never wear that, or why are you wearing that? Or like that color's too bright, or like I don't know why you're wearing heels to this event, or I don't know why you're wearing so much makeup.
Girl,
or
I am having PTSD right now. This is my life.
Stop.
It's hard out here for a diva. Okay?
So for those people, okay. So first, I think we should talk to the hater. Mm-hmm. Because they're doing this, like we said, or like you said, from a place of insecurity, and them allowing that insecurity to steer, which they shouldn't. So I think we should give them some advice as to how to not be the hating ass friend that nobody wants to be around. Let's call it spade a spade. So I think we should like let them know, like, okay, you don't have to do that. You can do this. And I'll start off by saying, as somebody that has experienced that, like I'm wearing something, or like I have makeup on or whatever, and they're like, oh, like, I don't know why you're wearing that, or it says a hating comment. Mm-hmm. Bro, if I know you low-key just want to compliment it, so you can just compliment it. And I'll most likely bounce a compliment back, and that's it. It doesn't have to be you hating on what I have going on, because that already, like, I know you're being a hater. Right. That already tells me that you love it and that you feel as though you can't do it. So that is, like, you don't have to do that. Just compliment me and keep it moving. Mm-hmm. So fight the urge to hate, fight the urge, and just release it as a compliment, or say nothing.
Yeah. Or
say nothing. That's my advice so far. Either compliment or say nothing.
Yes, I agree. I think that, like, in instances where I have, like, had to check myself and be like, oh, am I being a hater? I think that that's really what needs to happen. Before you even let the words come out of your mouth, like, really check yourself. Like, how am I feeling? Like, have a self-reflection. Like, am I about to say this because I'm hating on this person? Like, be honest with yourself.
Ask yourself.
Ask yourself. Is it worth it? No, because real, you have to keep it 100 with yourself. Like, check yourself. But I like what you said. Just compliment.
If you don't say anything like it, just compliment
exactly.
it.
I remember when I was, like, really starting to go to the gym, and I would see this girl, and her body was amazing. And when I see people that have, like, something that, like, I aspire to, I go up to them and I'll ask them, like, I want to look like you. Like, you look good. Like, how do I do that? Like, I'll ask you to teach me how to, like, that's what you really should do. Like, instead of, like, hating on the person, go and ask them, like, oh, like, how can you teach me how to X, Y, and Z? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm a girl's girl, so, like, I love when people come and ask me things. Like, if you tell me, like, you like my outfit, like, I will go online and I'll show you where I got it, send you the link. Like, I love that.
And there are a lot of girls out there. I think a lot of the times, especially this day and age, we'll assume that, like, the girl that you're talking to isn't for the girls. But a lot of girls are out there. So, like, if you just ask them, like, yo, I like that, like, da-da-da. Like, a lot of people will share with you or send you the link or whatever. And if somebody does gatekeep, okay, you know that for next time. That if you like something on her, she ain't gonna tell you where it's from. So it is what it is. But a lot of people are girls. So definitely just have the conversation.
Of course. And I've, like, also, like, seen where people would be like, oh, like, oh my gosh, that girl she's so pretty. Like, she looks so good. But she knows she looks good, so I'm not even going to say anything. Like, no.
Like,
because I have a resting face. So people automatically think that, like, I'm rude, or, like, not I'm rude, but, like, they think that I'm standoffish. But as soon as somebody, like, walks up to me and be like, oh my gosh, like, you look so pretty. I love your lipstick. Like, I'm super friendly. And they're like, oh my goodness, I was scared to come and say something too, da-da-da-da. But just do it.
Yeah.
Like, tell the person, compliment the person, instead of being like, oh, they know they look good, so I'm not even going to say anything. I hate that.
Exactly. It happens often, and it's like, just talk to them. And people just assume people are going to be rude. And I get that, but, like, you can't make that assumption and then walk away with it and call it a day. Like, you didn't even try. You didn't even try and say hello. You didn't even at least attempt. I always at least try. And I talk to a lot of people, and most people are friendly versus being mean.
I haven't really like encountered any person that I've walked up to and given a compliment that was rude about it.
It was rude or like standoffish.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever.
I've gotten like a snarky thanks, like thanks.
Really?
I've gotten, yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, literally, that's what happened in my brain. Like,
who does that?
Okay, but that's it. That's how I know. Like, okay, I don't need to tell you when you're looking good. I don't need to like. But I don't like. I have nobody in my circle that's done that for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. But okay, so not to. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
If that's good and dandy. You see a girl at the gym when you think she looks nice, you tell her she looks nice. Okay, but I'm a hater because one of my friends, like, is always like she like always does the most or always comes in and like versus whether it be her energy, whether it be what she's wearing, whether it be like the shoes, the makeup, like she's always in abundance so much. And I know that like I could never do that. That's why I'm a hater, because even if I tried, I couldn't be that friend. That's why I'm a hater. That's why I take that standpoint when it comes to her. What do you have to say for somebody like that? Like, I'm so insecure and I know I'm being a hater, but it's because this person, I could never even be that if I tried.
Well, I'm the friend. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm on the other side. But seriously, honestly,
that's why I asked you that, because we've both been the friends, and I know that we've had points of where we had to check ourselves because we're being a hater, but nobody can ever say like Cass is a hater or Ashley is a hater.
Yeah.
Like, I can check myself and remember, okay, Cass, like, you didn't do that with a genuine heart, but for somebody to come to be like, Ashley, yeah, your sister, she's a hater. Yeah, right. You're not. Who? My sister, who?
Who's doing it? Nobody.
So we need to put ourselves in the shoes of somebody that doesn't have our confidence.
I think that like people need to be like secure in who they are. You know what I mean? Like, okay. I don't think that you should ever like be looking at somebody and being like, oh, I wish I could. Like, I want to be like, some people naturally like have those things about them and some people don't. You know what I mean? Like, I know that like from the time I was born, this is who I was. Like, I just know that that's who I was from when I was a kid. And then there's people who from when they were born, they were like into gaming or they're like into like other things. Just because you see somebody else like is like fashionable or loves makeup and stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's for you. You have to find your space and be comfortable with who you are. Right. But if you want to be more like that, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the big deal about asking somebody to help you? Right. You know what I mean? Like, right. I feel like you should be humble enough to like go and talk to the person and ask them to help you with that. And especially if it's your friend, right? Why wouldn't you say like, oh, can you like help me get better with makeup? Like, I want to like start like, you know, dressing up more and like.
And that actually gets you to the solution versus hating. Because hating, like, you're like, damn, I wish I could do makeup. Damn, I wish I could do makeup. Like, let me hate on this. Like, why is your blush so, like, bright? Like, I don't know why your blush is so bright. But later in the back of your mind, you're like, damn, I wish I just could even do a simple face, but I can't. You tell me my blush is too bright, sis? I'm never sitting down with you and teaching you how to do a damn thing. So you better find somebody else.
Yo, see, that's the thing with me. Like, if you tell me I'm doing too much, like, or if you, like, say that like, oh, why are you wearing red lipstick? Or I'm going to be wearing red lipstick for the next month.
I live here now.
Yeah. If you tell me something irritates you about me, I'm going to smother you in it. Because now I know that it's really irking you. Yeah. Don't let me find out you can't stand something that I'm wearing.
You're going to see it till your last day, bro.
You see it till your last day. Because, like, I had to get to that point because I remember when I was in school and stuff, like, you know, when you're younger Like, you let things that people say get to you.
Yeah.
And so, like, there was, like, this one girl, like, in our group who used to always do that to me. Like, oh, like, why do you wear heels every day? Why do you wear red lipstick to school? Da, da, da. And, like, I would let, like, because I was young.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would let her get to me. And tell me why, like, years down the line, I see this girl and she's, like...
all done up.
Mm-hmm. This girl never used to wear makeup in high school and used to always, like, be saying that I used to do too much. And the next time I had seen her, I was like, oh, wow.
And you dimmed your light while she was trying to figure out how to shine.
Exactly. And then that's when I was like, okay, you know what? I'm never going to let anybody, like, try to get me to dim my light.
Absolutely. And that was your lesson.
That was my lesson, right?
Was your lesson.
And I feel like that's how I know, like, people who say those things, like, try to, like, tell you, like, oh, you're not, why are you doing this? And why are you're doing too much? Da, 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 da. They're haters. They're haters. And those people, they need to either ask questions, figure it out, but leave the ones that are, leave them alone. Let them live.
And it's so, like, as you get older, like, you start to know yourself and know who you are, and it gets less detrimental. But, like, kids that do it to other kids, it's like, these minds are so small and so adolescent, you don't even understand how much of what you're saying is weighing on this child, and like that child is gonna believe it and might dim their light, and like, no, that's why parents need to not raise haters.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I can't. It's hard for me to give advice to the hater because I'm so far away from that. It's hard for me to even relate. But one thing that I've always that has always been one of my missions is whoever is close to me, like you, Michaela Arnice, like Chloe and Shafiri, but anybody that I'm close to that's younger than me, I instill in them, don't ever let anybody try to make you dim your light, because you're already going to be shining as bright. Be as confident, stand tall. And even if somebody says like, oh, why are you da-da-da? No. If that's what you want to wear, you wear it. If that's what you want to do, you do it. Because I remember like being in school and having like a hater try to make me feel insecure about who I was. And they ended up doing
the same thing.
That was my lesson. I was like, oh, she's just a hater. So that's why I try to like tell like, you know, people that are like younger than me and that like are close to me. I'm like, listen, I tell Michaela that all the time. I'm like, Michaela, don't let anybody try to tell you, you know, you're confident, you stay confident. Don't let anybody try to take that away from you. Absolutely. Because a lot of these kids, like, they get like wrapped up in that. And especially if you're a kid at such a young age who's already confident.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough because the kids that aren't confident are going to try to take that away from you.
Yeah.
Because they hate seeing it because they don't have it.
It's not.
There was something I sent you on Instagram today, actually.
Today?
Yeah, I sent it to you early while I was at work because I feel like it had something to do with haters. It was something that Denzel said. Ugh. You know.
My man.
You know.
Never does. No wrong.
Okay, it says, Denzel Washington once said, "You'll never be criticized by someone who is doing more than you. You'll always be criticized by someone doing less." Bars.
Mic drop.
It's true.
It's a fact.
That's a hater.
That's a fact.
Because you're doing more than them. You either look better or you're doing more. They don't want you to buy that house. Okay? They don't want you to buy that house. They don't want you to get that car. They don't want you to get that job. So they're going to try to, like, deter you from doing it. Oh, no, you shouldn't. Don't do that.
That's too much money. Like, no.
Right. And then meanwhile, they're
trying to figure it out.
I need to call a broker. She's about to buy a house.
I got to get it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot. It's too much. Anyway.
But it is stemmed from, like you said, insecurity. And because of that, people should try their best to be more secure in who they are. We should have another episode about confidence. I had a friend recently ask me about confidence, and they were like, how do you, like, I have no confidence. How do I get it? Like, how do I? And honestly, the best thing that I could give her, and I was like, honestly, your best bet is to fake it till you make it. And your brain will start to adhere to that and believe what you say. But as you're faking it, you have to do the work. You have to do work that tells your brain, I am worthy of this.
You like, I remember I was watching, I can't remember her name, this YouTuber I used to watch who used to work, I told you about her. She used to work for Us and People Magazine.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she talked about the same thing, but she used that as a perspective of Kylie Jenner. And she talked about how Kylie, which we forget, before Kylie was like the Kylie we see now, she was like the ugly sister. Like, she had no lips,
yeah.
like she was kind of overlooked. Kendall was the one that was like,
Yeah,
oh,
the
she's gonna
model.
be the model, da da da. And she like put it in the perspective of Kylie sat and said to herself, I don't want to be this person, so I'm gonna change myself overnight. And that's what Kylie did. She faked the confidence until like she really became confident.
There you go.
Because she wasn't confident at all. And she was showing old pictures like, oh my goodness, yeah. I remember in that episode, Kylie was sitting in the background looking like a loser. I remember those days.
Now look at us. Now look.
Yeah. So she was like, I'm not going to be that person anymore. Sometimes you just got to wake up and be like, you know what? I don't want to be this person anymore.
Yes.
I want to be this. And you reinvent yourself.
Yes.
That's what you got to do.
That's it. And if somebody's in that realm of like, yo, I need to start a reinvention, whether it's fitness or anything, I think it's so important to start with the mind. So what I did most recently, I woke up and I was like, yo, I'm not trying to be this heavy anymore. It's like, it's hard to twist and turn. Like, I'm all set. So I was like, I want to go on a fitness journey. The first thing that I did was what I spend a lot of time on is Instagram. So I washed down my Instagram. I unfollowed a whole bunch of people that like just pretty things that made me laugh, and I started following mad people in fitness. So I drowned my brain as fitness. So that's what helped me. I was like, oh, I want to do this. I want to try that. She looks dope. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it drowns you in that. So if somebody's like, yo, I want to change my brain. Yeah, I'm a hater, but I don't know how to do it. Drown yourself in whatever it is. If it's makeup, drown yourself in it. Is it fashion? Drown yourself in it. And you start to pick up tips and tricks on how to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to be a hater, just learn.
It's all a mental thing.
Yeah. And it starts with the mind. That's why a lot of girls, if you're trying fitness or you're trying to like change your life and you don't start with the mind, it doesn't stick. It doesn't work because your brain is still what it was before.
Right.
It has to be there has to be a mind shift.
Yeah, you have to kind of like trick your mind into being that person or being like, you know, what you want to be.
Absolutely.
Then it eventually follows.
Just like the reporter a while ago asked Rihanna, like, what do you do when you don't have confidence in the day? And she was like, I fake it. Like, we all fake it, bro. We all fake it. Like, don't.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it too. You don't have to be a hater, bro. You can do it. Just fake it.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for people who like, you know, the way that, because we all were brought up differently. And that's the other thing too, like, starting from your upbringing, like you can't change how you grew up. So it's like once you get into your adulthood, that's like your time to like say, you know what, like I want to forget about how I was brought up. Now it's my turn to take ownership of my life. And this is what I want for myself. I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to be like this person. I want to be this type of person. And then you start from scratch. That's the best part of adulting, really, is like you have a chance to actually take ownership of your life and you can lead your life into what you want, where you want it to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're in charge. You're
in charge now. So you don't have to deal with like a parent who's like making you feel insecure all the time, or you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
it's like going from working a 9 to 5 to being a business owner. Like you are in charge. Like you take the reins.
Right.
So you can choose. But that's what makes it even worse, because it's like you can choose, bro. And you're choosing to be a hater.
Yeah, that's why I don't have tolerance for adult haters. I have zero tolerance for that. You know what I mean?
You're choosing that.
You woke up.
Okay, no, because you're still a product of how you grew up, right? So if you grew up to parents that are haters, always jealous and envious of their aunts and uncles, and that's how you grew up and that's your norm now, it's going to be hard to shift it even if you are an adult, right?
Is it?
Ashley has no sympathy for the haters.
I don't.
Zero.
I don't. Listen, you haters out there are drinking haterade. I don't drink that.
I stay far
I drink water. I drink H2O. I don't drink haterade.
I hate it so much. All right. Any last thing that you want to say to the haters before we wrap this one up?
work on yourselves.
That's nice. Okay.
If you feel like this is triggering, then this is your time. This is your time to like say, hey, I'm going to make a change. I don't want to be that type of person. Because I feel like anybody who like at the deep down in the bottom, like of the pit of who we are as people, when we do something that's like wrong or do something bad, at the end of the day of living with yourself, you don't really like that. You know what I mean? I don't think a hater really enjoys being a hater. At the end of the day, when you go home and you have to sit with that, you it's not a good feeling. You know what I mean? People who do good feel good. So I know you're hurting. So just start working on how you're going to change that.
Absolutely. And you can. You can. And if nothing else, like we said, fake it till you make it. But if not, just try and better yourself and figure out who you are. Just be secure in who you are.
Right.
And people will love who you are. People will love who you are. No matter what you think. So you don't have to be anybody else. You don't have to be Cass. Don't have to be Ashley. Don't have to be Amber. Don't have to be Brittany. People will love who you are. Just allow us to see it at least.
Exactly. Be confident or try to be confident in who you are.
Absolutely. And
yeah.
That's it.
That's
all. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode on haters. Thank you for watching if you watched, and thank you for listening if you listened. Like we always say, you can find Through with a Splash of Tea every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on all streaming platforms and YouTube. Yay! So again, thank you. Thank you, Ashley, for joining us.
Of course.
Yet another episode.
Anytime.
Yes.
Don't drink Haterade.
Don't do it. On that note, guys, thank you so much, and you have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Cass is out.